not selling a bleaching cream. Billions of dollars are selling a bleaching cream and the Chinese are selling it. And the black man are doing it. And they realize that that's a leakage. A funeral in Jamaica is $500,000. And we are killing 1,000 people a year. So you look on that a $500 million come out of the ghetto. For funeral from murder. 500 million. And then we're poor. And we're broke.
Tony Matterhon. Tony Matterhon has joined the live.
Good night, people. Good night, good night, good night.
Matterhon, you're overlate. Overlate.
That's a starting, go man. A start time.
That's the starting. That's the starting. Tanya has an excuse. She's stuck in traffic.
You hear what the minister say? Dance start 2 o'clock and people have come 1 o'clock. So me reach around.
You reach around.
No, I was listening, you know. I was bringing in the grocery, but me that listen.
Yeah. Okay.
Where Mr. Crawford said, and he's 5 million% right.
Okay.
Because that's how it is. It's like that in yard and abroad, you know. People don't vote for policies. Them just jump. If you are give them money, them vote. And then it turns back around to haunt them in the near future. Because you don't vote for policies. You have to vote for policies. You know what I'm saying? So it's just part of life. And we have to just live with it. You make some choices that were wrong, but at the time you think them right.
Yeah.
It's just like the entertainer them. Remember me in a talk nice enough. I know to articulate myself and talk properly, but when you come on forum, when we talk, we're real thing, we just get real. And the entertainment fraternity them, as Mr. Crawford said, him never dub play. You see it, same one, come on, come beat them. Them make it look like entertainment is the problem in our infrastructure at Jamaica. Actually, entertainment saves us more time. Because I remember in a PJ time, PJ Patterson, when the country they get really violent, PJ Patterson reached out to the entertainment fraternity. And that's when the crime rate went down, you know. When the dancehall fraternity them start going at the inner city garrison them and intertwine with so-called bad man, start do the dances them. Less crime was in Jamaica. That was the lowest crime Jamaica ever have when you have the Uptown Mondays, that Mondays, pasta, weddy. Remember, say PJ reach out to we, you know, and we say, all right, here we go on. We're going at the areas them, the inner city garrison them, and we go to the generals them, and we say, here we party, we say, you know. You notice those days was the less crime in Jamaica ever. Because the music heals us. So, how you gonna fight against the music when it's the music at the backbone of Jamaica? It's not with marijuana or with rice and peas, because Asian people can't cook rice and peas, so it may not look like our one, but you know what I'm saying? It's with music. Yeah. The music brings us to places where, I mean, it's out there. So we have to embrace our culture.
So Mr. Crawford, Matterhon, what am I missing here? There is nobody in this world, cannot say they don't enjoy reggae music, they don't enjoy. Now he's in a place where it is the culture. It's every day. He drives to work. He's going to hear on the radio. He's going to see somebody with music here, there. He drives. Why hit the core of the nucleus of this island, the people, and so much rippling effects, as Mr. Crawford stated, the hair salons, the hotels, because people come to enjoy the culture. When they came to a Ross or Fully Loaded or whatever, people flew all over the world for these events. It's these events. the Sunfest, the state. It's these events. So why would a man who knows, all right, yes, he wants to curve this virus, and I see with him with that. But what I'm not seeing is that I see leakage of videos of different various resorts where everybody's enjoying themselves, mask free. Everybody have fun.
But I am proof of that. Every single week, my birthday was March. Every single week, I've been partying in Florida. I just come back from Atlanta. This Saturday, I'm off to Chicago. Me not see nobody in the mask, you know? And look at this. Something not add up, you know, in a book. For the past 7 months, Florida and Atlanta been hosting parties. They recently have All-Star Weekend in Atlanta, right? You know how much people that generate. Super Bowl was in February. Mr. Crawford, how much people that generate. And look at this. This is what I find impossible. All right, let's do Jamaican terminology. Let's say we kept a whole festival weekend in Ochi Rios. You see how small Ochi town is, but yet still we have 3 million people in Jamaica, and everybody from around Jamaica would come to Ochi for that weekend. That was what happened in Tampa. Tampa is a small city in America, you know, compared to certain cities, say Chicago, New York. Tampa is a small city. Bear in mind, they kept Super Bowl there. Look how much hundreds of thousands, millions of people were.
Matterhon in Wi-Fi.
Nah, yeah, Tony.
Nah, yeah.
But Wiz, as Tony has said, my king, the Prime Minister and the government had the opportunity to say what is important. That's what they had, because them say everything can lock down. So what is important will remain open. You hear me?
Yeah, I think I'm hearing you, but I don't think Tony's hearing us at all.
Yeah, Tony not hearing none at all. Look like Tony mute.
Yeah, no, you're mute, Tony. Check your.
So what may I say, my king? The Prime Minister had the ability to say what is important to the society. For example, race house remained open.
Yes.
So race house is important as far as he's concerned. The hotel remain open. So that is important. No, I'm not saying that these things should be open or dance house should be open, because again, we have a spike on his lives. We have 15 people dead today. So a man might say, I prioritize life, but a person can see inequity within these things. If entertainment now open, you have a duty to subsidize the people who participate within the industry. Like how America have stimulus check, for example, or Canada or England have stimulus check. You have a duty to subsidize the people who are negatively affected by the actions that you're taking. Tony is back. So that is the thing, that you have said church not important, but race is important. You understand?
I wanted to get there.
Funeral important, but wedding important.
But don't get there yet. Don't get there.
Don't get there.
Mr. Crawford, Wiz and myself and the whole world, we touch it when it come on to the party. So we don't really want to get the part there. We want to get some more important stuff out there. Like, for instance, we can't tell, even if Mr. Crawford was the man in charge, we pretty much can't tell you how to run the country.
Sure.
But each one teaches one. We all run the country. We all run the country. And Jamaica, our bread and butter, our life. It's just that we have to give and take, because there are two sides to the coin, you know. Some of them people in Jamaica, them go on too much too, you know. Them overdo themselves, you know. So we're not putting up pretense. Some of the people in Jamaica, the citizens, them don't know how to act. So them overdo themselves, so to speak. But at the same breath, you cannot be locking down a third world country like ours without any incentives, without any monetary funds coming in. It not gonna work. You can't follow through. Wiz up a Canada say, oh, I'm a lockdown Canada. Wiz can afford for lockdown Canada because them have all the fields and fields up of food. Them have only for things storage. We cannot afford to follow certain first world country and go down the road where them are going. We cannot go down that road as long as they can. So we have to have some stability for what and when. It's just like you have a and me have one of the Ferrari. Yes, they can drive down the road with me. But when me say 200 miles per hour, you cannot follow me down that road because your car is not 200 miles. Your car is equipped to go 140 stops. So we cannot follow England, Canada, and America and do what is being done. And that's what we are seeing our leaders doing. You are playing follow the leader. No, we don't follow people. People follow we look about Talawa.
But so, Tony, you said the people are overdo it, but there's never been a time and never been a place where inequity not get resisted, unfairness not get resisted. So when you check it out, me can go recreation at a hotel, but a man who can't afford a hotel, his recreation is an event. If him say him can't, him go say that a inequity, so him go resist that. Because remember, you know, recreation is a necessary part of living, you know. Otherwise, you're mad, you know.
You're mad.
Yeah.
Why you think we have to we need to adjust the part the way they might kill after woman, this and that. They don't understand. It's temporary psychotic behavior is being plagued in Jamaica. These people are temporary psychotic.
So are you saying mental health is a main issue right now?
Yes. All right, look at Wiz. Make we do plain, natural Jamaican dialect. Imagine a man locked down with him woman for the whole lockdown time. Remember, this man probably have a little girl out there when they want just talk to as a friend. He can't chat to her. And he must fear watching phone. If he never text, she they run and shoulder. So you see it cause more problems. And then you're locked down with somebody. And you have to be realistic. A lot of people in Jamaica are locked down with somebody who them don't want locked down with. Them never want locked down with a smarty there so long. Them like you, but they don't want to tolerate you so long. You know, like you got family yard, don't overstay your welcome. So imagine you're locked down with somebody like that for long. And the person are going to talk to each other. You know, she say, no money now run. And the man go to say, boy, me have a little buy a spray. And the woman go to run it, rush him and say, your workless like, go look at work. Where am I going to look at work? The place locked down. And she go to say, yeah, workless boy. You see, that
argument now reach now.
Families are going to be in on lockdown with that woman where miserable, or the woman locked down with a little idiot boy where bad are. And these things develop as a temporary psychotic behavior. That's why people are really ignorant. You have to let them out. You can't just cage them like animals. The last time I checked, inmates me call on, you know. Mr. Crawford, I'm sorry to say, but inmates in our one cell block.
Well, me locked down too, but what I say is, remember, you know, that if you study Jamaican culture, even upon the corner, it's because of house discomfort. So enough man from morning, him leave out of the house and him up on the road and him going very late in the night because the house is uncomfortable. Now, if you look on a 800 square foot house with 7 people in there and a 1 bedroom with 4 people or 3 picnic, you have to find says that discomfort is an uncomfortable place. And you relieve that crime. Correct. So when you're uncomfortable now, you become annoyed and it leads to criminal activity.
Yeah, because look at this. If you and your lady catch up, you could call Wiz or Matterhon and say, well, not deal with me, could lick some domino, me could knock some domino, me could play some Lodi. So you could have passed the time with us and away from the nagging. Now, imagine a man where him can't pass the time because he cannot leave his house and the woman pressure him and him not know where to walk. Go. Him and her are going to have an altercation within seconds.
But Matterhon, imagine when 6 people share a bed.
That me I say.
So it never reach altercation, it's just discomfort. I grew up where we share a bed. And me have to sleep like a soldier. So imagine 24 hours trying to sleep like a soldier. And then have a cable, so the luxury that the rich have in a lockdown, where you can buy a month grocery, right? It don't exist for the poor. The luxury where you can watch 3 TV. So if you don't want to watch that, you watch something else. If If you have one TV fight, I go on with 8 people, you know. Everybody want what something different. You understand? So therefore, once you understand the realities of your society, you have to make rules, as Matterhon said. You can't follow next man because his society have different realities.
Yeah, just like you said, if you have enough food to lock in your store for the whole lockdown for the weekend, you might have enough food, but I don't.
Right.
So
if cash partner play, some man not eating.
Right?
Sure.
And if a man not get a roast out of him taxi, he not eat. If a
and if a lady not do ear.
So that's why I'm saying this lockdown is it was necessary, but to the how they were locking down Jamaica was unorthodox. One, you cannot lock down people every minute and didn't give them chances to retrieve food. Even a beer in Canada, the white beer up in Canada, they hibernate, right? But before they hibernate, they have months where they store berries and all these things in their little cave. You cannot lock down people and you not give them no food. You not have no food to give them. Then where them are going to lock down and eat? Do they win? That not make sense.
Are kids allowed to go to school? Is it as bad as that? The schools lockdown is.
Yeah, the schools are closed because remember, you know, it's a hub and spoke system. So, like for example, Miami is a hub for airports, right? So all of the people who are come to Jamaica, them heading to Miami from different places like Wisconsin and Ohio and wherever, and then them come to Jamaica. So the virus them is anti-hub. You don't want no hub because if 10 people go to a school and then go to 10 different communities, yes, one person would have then impact the rest of the communities. So therefore, you decide you're going to lock down school. But if that is a necessary decision, you have to then come now with the other side of the coin to say we're going to make sure so they can learn. Correct. So therefore, when you look on the learning now, we're only looking at half of the problem. Because we're saying, oh, we are give them computer. Fine, that's half of the problem. But some people live with a mother who never passed 9th grade.
Right.
And like who live with me, we're going to masters and doctor and all kind of thing. You know, my 4 sisters and me can teach you all of them pick me on every subject. But some people live with a mother who can't read.
Then the computer.
So what about that negative? And how do you intervene? So from a long time, I tell them, if we have 30% of our children can board, we're in a problem. But nobody was listening to these reasoning because them only want a bun and cheese. Them only want a slice of bread and a slice of cake. But if you don't have a system where you can board some children, even the crime, when a 14-year-old a fall a gang, how you ever escape him? By sending him to school 4 hours and sending him to gang 20 hours? Him if he can live on a dam down in a Manchester. That is how the rich people actually do for them children when them get out of hand. They send them to Monroe. Yes. And other boarding schools. And but when they get to youth, them get out of hand, we send them back in the community.
Real talk, real talk.
Mr. Crawford, let me ask you something right now. If you were to inherit the position of PM, do you think you would have to change and adjust to the different than you are now?
Depends on how you win. If you win with money, you have to satisfy money. If you win with people, you have to satisfy people. And that is the problem. So if you're not the money in politics, you can't win. You know? No matter who you run against, you could have run against a madman. If you have money, he's going to win you.
That been set like that for decades.
But he get crabby now. Because one time, them used to hide and give you money in the night. Now them stand up at the polling station and give the money when they are going.
Because now the devil come back for him.
Yeah, the devil come back for him steak. And yeah. So, yeah. So,
is that hand that gets smart.
If you win with money, you're going to need to satisfy money.
True that.
And that's the reality.
You're going to always have to buy your way.
So yeah, you have to keep on. You have to keep on.
All right. Crime is, listen, and we're only talking about Jamaica because Matterhon, yourself, and you know Jamaica. You all know it like the back of your hand. You guys know it. But crime is everywhere. Crime is in Canada, America,
It is.
Trinidad, or wherever. Crime is everywhere. I want to know why he, like, I don't accept the answer of something to blame. He must have been told or seen or.
No, that was told. That was told. Because I'll know me not, you know. I'll know I haven't addressed the entertainment something. Because the first thing, me that look on him and say, so if entertainment is the reason for crime, then that means your policies were built on a crime. What they want to get elected? Can be a double plate, the whole I need a fling.
Everybody have double plate. But Wiz, you know what the problem? Crime is everywhere, but Jamaica crime is unpredictable. That is why you feel risk. You see, when you could have said, oh, at them man they fight, or them man they fight, the predictability of it said, me not in it, so me not have no risk. The crime now is unpredictable. So a man take a 10 gun and kill you, never know you, don't know your name, you don't know nothing. And so now everybody feel risk. The biggest problem with Jamaica is that we are fighting the criminal and claim so we are fighting the crime. But if you fight the criminal, the crime has already been committed. You can't fight crime with police and gun because the gun and the police is for the criminal who have already committed the crime. You have to fight crime with social intervention. You have to fight crime with education. You have to fight crime with opportunity because to fight crime is to prevent it happening.
Right. And
so what we're doing is fighting the criminal and claiming we're fighting the crime.
Yeah, you have to open revenues for the criminals. So-called.
Yeah. Watch me now. If a youth don't have no subject, once upon a time could have sell clothes and buy a house. Igla. You remember that, Tony?
Yeah.
When Igla run Jamaica, Igla make money.
I make money.
All right. That basically shut down. As a man I try to sell on the road, police run him down, kick him down, take away him goods. All right. A man keep a dance, people used to make money out of it. Rich out of it. Now 2 o'clock, that have a lock off, him can't make the money, and police lock off that state of emergency. So an 11-year-old only see a man who is a scammer as a girl's man, as a money man.
So him go do that.
So the alternatives to scamming, legal ways, have been fought by government, leading to the 11-year-old now open only to be a scammer.
True that. Because you lock down every other revenues.
Every legal revenue is resisted. And then him only see the man where go the illegal route. And say that in one.
That's the way I'm gonna take it. And then you say you fight crime. You not fight crime. You only crime.
You fight criminal. You have tried now to catch the man, but the murder has been committed. Because you can't be a criminal till you have committed a crime. So if you fight criminal, it is too late.
True.
The crime is already committed.
How do these artists, I don't know if you've talked to any, and maybe Matterhon could speak. How do these artists feel now that their way of life, no matter what has happened, has been changed? It's literally almost washed away a little bit.
Them feel like Spice would I say them feel away. Me don't feel away because me above I'm on the Call of Duty. Above and beyond. But speak from an entertainment point of view. Because if you look at me that look like pandemic never affect me, you know. Because you see me still I take plane every week, like become innovative like that. But for the average entertainment fraternity, them kind of know I see why we that say unity is strength. Because you see if they were together, as Mr. Crawford said, we could have fight certain things where them implicate and start flow up towards us, we could have blocked because we don't have a shield. We don't have a unified body because these entertainers, as you say, entertainment was a meal ticket for them out of poverty. And while them heading out of poverty, them no members say, you could have been united on your way out. So it's each man for himself. Crawford I say, oh, I'm rich. Matterhon I say, I'm rich. And Wiz I say, I'm rich. So no man now come together. And the whole of them, when the snake bite them, them as he said the bite not only by Wiz, the bite by Crawford, by Tony. You see? But when you not make on the money, you not feel like say on the money can make we unified. Every man for himself. And that's not what entertainment is about. Entertainment means a unified body. Because even if you have an entertainment center, it's more than one thing in the center. If you have a band, it's not only the drum alone. You have a keyboard, drum, percussion, bass guitar, string guitar. You see it? These entertainers, when them, remember, most entertainers were hungry people. And Shaggy and Sean Paul, 99.9% are entertainers, they hungry. We know them history before them get a song. Them be hungry. Who never used to sell buckle, used to wash car, or sell hockey, or tease people things, right? Or bad man. So, how you guys make it out, and you was helped by somebody, because no entertainer bust by themselves. Rule number one, right? Somebody help you. It's either a producer, Crawford bring me to the studio and say, Vice, or my brethren, somebody help somebody. So why none of them artists don't want to come together and we have a unified body? Because none of them wasn't no rich people. Only no come from no rich family. So how we come and we make money, I want to forget unity while making money. And not only alone make the money. It's a unification, it's a ghetto. All right, Wiz come from Kingston 13. It was the whole ghetto that boost him and say, yo, our artist that. You see it? It was a whole team effort. But when Wiz make money, him help two him little brethren and him not help the other community. So I saw him act with him other fellow artists. Every artist I show off on them one another. And as he said, you need to unify. That's why me to get commander every fire when me say them to unify with the versus thing and them rush me and me just say, are you not around with it? And them say apologize. And I say, never. So come back round, come apologize to me. Because this unification, we need to unify as a body, entertainment body, so we can tackle when people come at us for entertainment cause crime. Crime are going long before entertainment.
Only for research, say no. But you know, one of the difficulties for the entertainment industry to cooperate with Matterhon, Tony, the government, me don't know if I buy design, right? But me I made it the other day. Every event need an approval. Unlike any other industry. You don't need a daily approval for your hotel. You don't need a daily approval for your manufacturer. So when him hold you by that balls now, where every event need approval, I'm afraid. Because government need to allow each event. So when a man now I say, yo, I saw me eating, you understand? Him no want when Stone Love.
Sorry, Mr. Crawford, I don't mean to interrupt, but what do you mean approval? Is it the license you're talking about?
Yeah, you need a license. You need a government license called a place of amusement license.
You need a permit.
So unlike me, you know, as a farmer, where once me register as a farmer, I'm a farmer for the rest of my life, and government can't tell me nothing. Him don't give me no seed, or him cannot give me no water, but me still a farmer. A man who's in entertainment, each time he put on an event, he need a place of amusement license. And so therefore that create a risk to him now to go against government. Because if he now speaks against government or become an enemy of government, he might not be able to get a license.
True that.
And so that now become a hindrance to organization and corporation because each man afraid.
Or somebody asks if entertainment did exist when Cain killed Abel. Of course, that's not with a crocus bag or something.
No, but oh,
sometimes you have to take some things and laugh. I like.
Things,
but
them say a cartel make Cain kill Abel.
Yeah, then with a bag of something.
No.
All right, Mr. Crawford. Not to be for a reason, but you know we are Jamaican, so we have to night. Then look on Jesus and him disciple them. What them that drink wine for?
A party.
Remember, in the Bible it said David danced for the Lord. And the Bible also said, come before the Lord with a song and a dance.
No, entertainment is as old as prostitution. That's one of the oldest industries in the world. But they were not. What we are saying is, there's no way that 1 million a week can listen gun song. I mean, listen some of the baddest gun song them because me like when the metaphors and them things they come together. When the man them drop on some rhyme and thing, I say, yo, I couldn't think of that. Like how one time Busy said, baby mother throw the picnic in the thing we pissing in, baby father beat her with the thing we glistening. You listening? The man basically said the baby mother throw the baby in the toilet and the baby father beat her with a gun. I say, how he make that rhyme? That is just so brilliant. No, that coming like when me I read some literature book, Macbeth, right? But if 1 million now we listen gun song and only 1,000 now we murder people, then gun song couldn't be the reason.
Tell you something. Now, have you dated a woman from Montego Bay?
Yeah.
My wife come from Montego Bay. You know what turn on my wife? Make she hear to gun song. And the new romance for females nowadays.
But it not makes you want to kill you.
No, but it turned them on. When them hear to family or them hear to cartel, the woman turn on by gun songs, you know.
All right. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. You said the name, and I gotta ask, you know, Matterhon and Mr. Crawford. Doesn't that imagery look bad? Like, listen, I know that. First of all, we have Cartel, John Storm, Ninja Man, Tommy Lee, Laden, some of the greatest of greats. You know, incarcerated.
Yes.
Is that an image that they're basing facts on? Is that what they're?
But it's not. So we all live in a society where good and bad. It's just like in America. Rapper. Look how much other top rappers been to jail, right, Mr. Crawford?
Correct.
Yes. Yes.
Tupac, they got jail. What them they got jail? GSE them they get locked up. DMX them. You name it.
Little Wayne, you name it.
Meat Mills just come out. Come on.
Yeah.
Society. Doctors go to prison. Lawyers go to prison. Everybody who is in a society, at least a member of that elite group, will probably end up behind bars. But you guys just highlight just entertainers. We have doctors, we have politicians in America who went to jail. Right?
The thing is, if a pastor go to jail, does that mean the church is bad?
No.
Does not mean that. The reality that we're facing is that, all right, we have to study each thing, you know. That's one of the things we're feeling in Jamaica. We now study why these things happen. Now, more and more, the entertainers are creating their own gangs as a source of security for themselves.
True.
Because when a man make a money, him can separate himself from the community like how a politician then can separate himself. If me make a money, me can say me move. But an entertainer, him can't sell out. That the culture don't facilitate him moving. So therefore, him have to still interact, him have to interface. Bounty still have to go down and see view and act as if he's a part of see view.
They don't mean to do it.
You're that foreign. You're that foreign, the road.
No, Jamaica.
But enter in our clash, them I remind you, say, yo, you sell out of your own way, right? But them I go feel. So even the next best thing when me see I come out of Jamaica, when name again the one with the woman them like him don't a see view. Dexter Daps. The woman them love him. You see him getting in some trouble the other day. You understand? Because it's like when me in a politics, people gravitate around me. Half of them, me never know who them. You know? Them can be gunman or what, me don't know who them. You understand? But me try facilitate, say, yo, if me don't know, you can't come in my car or whatever. Yeah. So when you say 10 entertainer go to jail, out of how much? 150,000?
Right?
Oh yeah, Dexter Daps.
Yeah, Dexter Daps. Dexter Daps are the next greatest thing. He might be the biggest thing in my opinion. Because he have the appeal to crossover. He have that crossover appeal. See? But when I say that, them getting in this trouble because you get some youth out of a culture of violence, seeing and the embracing of violence, and then now them make a money and by extension become a magnet to people, generally, including violent people. Magnet to woman, magnet to criminal, magnet to business people, magnet to friends. Yeah. And so now some of them get into trouble, no less than, as Tony said, a doctor. Some doctors get into trouble. Some lawyers get into trouble. So while it look away when time a group of people are getting into trouble, especially for violent activity. It don't separate entertainment from no other effort. No other effort.
Just highlight that part most.
Good evening, Miss Stephens. Good evening, Tanya. Welcome.
Good night,
Can you
Tanya.
hear us?
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good night.
Good evening.
Good evening, gentlemen.
For those who don't know, Tanya, can we hear? Is it a delay on Tanya's? Can she hear us?
Yeah, a problem with service provider.
Oh, very good. We can hear.
We can hear good. So
yeah,
welcome to State of the Union. Here is Tanya Stephens. Thank you for joining with us. We really appreciate it. I told you we'd wait for you. You're that important.
Gosh, thank you for your patience. Thank you for your patience, gentlemen. And thank you, Matterhon and Damion, thank you.
Yeah, hello.
You know, we're talking to mentally ill Tony Matterhon. We're talking to Mr. Damion Crawford, and we're talking about the situation, of course, in Jamaica, and you know what's at stake. I made the statement in the very beginning, and I've made the statement at the State of the Union. The first State of the Union is that I believe if our culture of reggae music is decreased in Jamaica, the rippling effect will happen around the world. I truly believe that. So I'm here talking and trying to get the in-depth. I'm a born Canadian, but I've been to Jamaica, been in this culture. I've played dances alongside Tony Matterhon. I've seen traveled the world through this culture. Your music, Tony's music, has helped me get around in this world. And I see something we're losing. I talked to Mr. Crawford almost a year ago, and he told me something, and it was really resonated with me, is that, he told me about the hotels are going to be the spots where people could play music. The streets are going to be emptied. Tanya, do you believe that this lockdown, what's going on with the political movement right now, is overly aggressive, almost close to communism?
Yeah, you use some very loaded words, but yes, I think it is extremely aggressive, especially since it isn't producing any positive result. It's like if you do it and it didn't work, what's the point in keep doing it again and again? It not working. If it was working, I would say fine, but it's not working, and the attitude towards dancehall, to me, is becoming troubling. It get troubling. We have a prime minister and his administration will use dancehall, because the last election was a dub clash. Them use dancehall.
And then you want
to run an election